Hello everyone, welcome to Fun Maths with Excel. This is a fifth part series on arithmetics, and if you have been following this video, you'll know that we started with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which we did in two parts, the simple division and long division. All right, in this part we are going to be talking on extras on arithmetics. I had to title it this way because I'll be discussing a lot of things under this. Without having knowledge of some of the things or skills, math skills I'm going to be explaining here, you will find it difficult to solve a lot of issues in mathematics. And so you please have to follow, okay? So number one thing I want to talk about is this. Every time you have a number written down, whether it's 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit, whatever that number is, okay, you have a number written down, let's say 4, and that number was not given any sign. Please know that it has what we call invisible properties associated with it. Anytime you have a number written down and that number was not given anything attached to it, please know that it has invisible properties attached to it. This is what I mean. For example, the 4 we are seeing on the screen. When you have a number like this, that number is raised to the power of 1. That number is multiplied by 1. That number is divided by 1. Right? And that number is... Okay, so how many properties now? Is raised to the power of 1, is multiplied by 1, and is divided by 1. Okay? These are properties associated to a number. Just written down. Okay? Please take note, because as you proceed in math, you are going to be seeing why this explanation is important. Number 2 is understanding the signs given to numbers. Understanding the signs given to numbers. Numbers, there are different types of numbers, okay, but numbers are usually in two forms. We have the negative integers and the positive integers. Okay, negative integers and the positive integers. I forgot to mention also that number in 1 is also plus. Okay, it's a positive when it is not indicated whether it's negative or positive. Okay, we have two types of numbers: positive numbers and negative numbers. Okay, positive numbers are usually written without having those the plus sign along with it, unless if they are participating in a calculation, okay, or in an equation. For example, 5, the number 5, 6, 7, 8, 90, 100, and so on and so forth are all positive numbers down to infinity, which you would call n. Okay, then the number -1, -2, it will be better if you understand number line. Maybe I will do a video separately on number line. -2, -3, -4, it continues down to infinity. Okay, these numbers, the first one is positive numbers, or what we call positive integers. The second is negative numbers or negative integers. Okay, all right, so if a positive number is participating in an equation, it will be indicated. For example, if you have 5 plus 5, What this means is plus 5, because this number here, it's the positive sign is usually written in front of the number. It means that the first 5 has 5 and then plus 5, which will be equals to 10, or what is called plus 10. So unless it is participating in an equation or a sentence or something written down, you hardly find it with that this thing. But just know, like what we discussed in the first property, that it has an invisible property of positive sign. So let's take another example here. Say you have 8 plus 2. What this means is plus 8 plus 8 plus 2, so that you have plus 10 plus 10, or simply 10. Okay, and negative numbers are equally indicated. So for negative numbers, let's take 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 simply means plus 8 minus 4. Okay, plus 8 minus 4, and that is equals to plus 4, or simply 4. Okay, so this is very important for you to note. Now there are cases where these signs indicated on numbers begin to influence how they behave. Okay, it begins to influence how they behave. Let me explain that. So signs in numbers, if you have minus, it will be equals to minus. This is what I mean. Example, say you have minus 5 minus 8. If you have minus 5 minus 8, the number 5 is greater than number 8, minus 8. Okay, I wish we were discussing number line. Maybe I will do that towards the end of the video. So now you can see that minus 5 minus 8, you are going to add the numbers. However, it will not be in the positive form, it will be negative. So that will be minus 13. All right, please just know this. All right, it will be minus 13. Let's take another example. Let's say you have minus 11 minus 4. Okay, that would be what? Minus 15. All right, so every time you have a minus number minus another number, it becomes what? It becomes minus. The answer there would be minus. Okay, another example, say you have minus plus. Minus plus. Minus plus can be a minus or can be a plus. Minus plus can be a minus or a plus. Let's see. If the positive number, if the positive is greater than the negative, it will be plus. So let's take example. Let's say you have minus 3 plus 10. Minus 3 plus 10. You see, 3 is lower than 10, so it cannot subtract. However, you are going to minus it and give it 7. Okay, Okay, so minus 3 plus 10 equals to 7. The 3 there is smaller, so if the plus sign is bigger than the negative sign, your answer will be in positive, so you will subtract and it will be in positive. However, if the negative is greater than positive, it will be negative. If the positive is greater than negative, it will be negative. Example, let's say we have 9 minus 16 plus 4 minus 16 plus 4. You see that the negative, right, the negative is a larger number compared to 4, right? It's a larger number compared to 4, so the answer would be 14. That is minus 14. The answer will be minus 14. All right, so another example is if you have plus and minus. If you have plus and minus, again, plus and minus, it could mean different things. You could have a negative or a positive. If the positive is greater, if the positive is greater than the negative, than minus, it will be equals to plus. Example, say we have 15 minus 6. 15 minus 6. The plus 15 is bigger than minus 16, minus 6, so you will have 9, which is plus. Okay, if the plus is smaller than the negative, it will be equals to negative. Example, let's say we have 3 or 4, right, which is positive, minus 9. 4, which is positive, minus 9. So you will subtract, but the answer will be negative, which will be minus 5. All right, so you can see how this is being handled separately in equations. Okay, sorry, there's an error in here. Minus 16 plus 4 is minus 12. Sorry about that, not minus 14. Okay, so we have seen different examples of this. Okay, and which other case haven't we seen? Plus plus, right? We've seen minus plus, minus minus, which is number 1, minus plus, which is number 2, plus minus, which is number 3, and then number 4, this one is easy, plus plus, it will be equal to plus. Okay, so we have example, we have say 18 plus 3. 18 plus 3 is 21, and you know that 21 have plus already. Okay, there are other examples, especially when it comes to multiplication of these signs. You have minus times minus, minus times minus, times minus, it will give you plus. Okay, let's take example on this. Say you have minus 3 times minus 4 times minus 4. You know 3 times 4 is 12. Minus times minus is positive, so it will be plus 12. Okay, another one, let's say we have minus times minus times plus, it will be equals to plus, not minus. So we take an example. Let's say we have minus 5 times 4. You know the 4 is plus already. Okay, so we have, let's just, I don't want to include too many signs beside that times. So minus 4, 5 times 4 is 20. Minus times plus is negative, so that will be minus 20. Okay, we can also have plus times minus, and it is also going to be minus. Example, can have 10 times minus 4. 10 times minus 4, that will be minus 40. Okay, and we can equally have plus times plus times plus, that one is equals to plus. So example, we can have 6 times 3, and that will be equals to 18. Let's see on the multiplication, how many have we done? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. Okay, so these are some of the things you see when you start talking about science, on numbers.